going? Good to hear, good to hear. So a lot of you may not know me, but the first thing that people normally notice about me is that I'm really, really skinny. I mean, skinny to the point where I wish I had a disease to blame it on. Just for explanation's sake. You know, if I were to tell you I am dying of cancer, you would say, that's a great wig, because you would believe me. You know, fun fact about me, I do not believe in God. Why? Because if there was a God, why would he make me look like Ellen DeGeneres had 2 extra chromosomes? So, I have a girlfriend of 3 years. I like to point that out because most people assume I'm gay. I mean, I don't know exactly what it is, but it just looks like dick would just fly right into my mouth at any given time. You know, God, another thing that kind of perplexes me about God is he has weird priorities, you know. He sat out the entire Holocaust, but he makes damn sure every year Adele wins a Grammy. So they brought up Las Vegas. What an interesting event. Very terrible that it happened. You know, killing 50 people at a Jason Aldean concert. There are so many better activities. Football, skiing, hiking, killing 50 people at a Toby Keith concert. So, I do drugs. I'm gonna admit, my 2 favorite substances to use are cocaine and alcohol. When I'm using cocaine, for some reason, when I'm talking to people and listening to them, it looks like I'm listening to music. Like, fantastic. I totally agree. Amazing. Do any of you use drugs? Raise your hand if you do. This is a very honest crowd. Maybe we can party later. My second favorite drug that I brought up is alcohol. It's fantastic. You know, a lot of people get embarrassed when they get whiskey dick. I personally am proud. What an accomplishment. I drank so much, an organ quit. So I'm really interested in biology. Are you guys interested in biology? No. This crowd didn't peg me for the science type. But I love biology. One thing I'm really interested in is dandelions. They reproduce asexually. When the wind blows, it spreads their seed. But what most people don't know, when the wind is blowing, if you get very close to a dandelion, you hear, "Oh, you make me fucking come." It's just a quick fact, you know, the more you know. I kind of wish it worked that way for me, you know. Let's say I would go into your yard, the wind would blow, and I would come into it. 9 months later, I would yank out a baby me like a fucking carrot. It's the miracle of birth. So, the old version of myself, I don't think we're the same every day. Sometimes I'm really optimistic, sometimes I'm very pessimistic. But the old version of myself that is very optimistic haunts me every single day in the form of notifications. Sometimes I think I'm capable of a lot. I really am not. Sometimes I set up a bunch of notifications every day. I get a notification at 3 o'clock to study. I dropped out of college. I also get another notification at 10 p.m. to go to bed. That's really interesting because I'm hammered and no, I'm not. You know, most people, after hearing me speak for any time over 15 seconds, can tell there's something wrong with me, including my mother. She recently started asking me, "Jacob, were you molested?" This is an interesting question because she hasn't asked it once. She's vested, not twice, not 3 times, but 15 times. No, I have not been molested. You know how many times is too many times to answer that question? 1 time is too many times. This woman needs answers. I can see why, though. At one point during the summer, I had a stay at a mental facility. It was a pretty interesting experience. When I arrived, they had me stripped down naked, and a doctor checked under my tank to make sure I wasn't hiding anything. I have a question for you. You, sir, what can you hide in your tank? Not a lot. I can't hide anything. Which the doctor said to me as I picked up my balls and he stared at my hairy tank. He said, it just takes one guy to ruin it for everybody.